discover Akwa Ibom, a peaceful people. So you are welcome to Akwa Ibom. Come on, come in. I say, come, live, work and invest in Akwa Ibom. This is the promised land. Come, work and live and invest in Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa Ibom. Discover Akwa.
Power plays a crucial role in all aspects of our modern existence. It is the index and major contributor to the economic development of any nation. In societies with fair share of electricity, investors will come in because the cost of production is cheaper there compared to places where there is no electricity. Since Governor Udom Emmanuel took over the mantle of leadership of Akwa Ibom State on May 29, 2015, he has proven himself to be not just talented in the management of human and material resources, but also a focused leader, poised for great achievements. Evidently, the governor has delved into virtually all sectors of the state's economy, taking proactive and bold decisions aimed at improving the economic well-being of the state and her people.
I know what I face when I talk to investors outside, and it's always a recurring question. How do you intend to solve the power problem in your country? The major cardinal point when we did our 5-point agenda that anchored on industrialization is also the drive that we are doing on electricity generation and also distribution.
Electricity plays a key role in the health of any economy. It is with that realization that the governor has put in a lot of effort and paid a lot of attention to the power sector. And currently there is a theme or program or vision which he captions Power for All by the end of 2021, which is geared towards ensuring that every Akwa Ibomite has access to electricity by the end of the year. A lot of people think this is a lofty goal. Some people think this is a long shot, but we are working tirelessly to ensure that this goal is realized.
Akwa Ibom State, the land of promise. Governor Udom Emmanuel is fulfilling the promise. Excellent infrastructure, industrialization, aviation development, agricultural revolution, human capacity development, giant leap in healthcare and educational development, peace and security, hospitable people, tourist delight and investors heaven. Join the train now. Come, live and work in Akwa Ibom State. Governor Udom Emmanuel, the completion agenda on course. Only God. Powered by the Ministry of Information and Strategy, Akwa Ibom State.
Determined to change the narrative of Akwa Ibom State from its civil service orientation to an industrial one, Governor Udom Emmanuel has given priority attention to the power sector, knowing that industrialization, which is key on his completion agenda for the state, depends to a large extent on the availability of power.
The disposition of the governor towards the power sector is captioned in his Power for All program. He's conscious, and he said it from the beginning, that industrialization, business, commerce generally cannot thrive without power. And if you look at it, the costs of a lot of these goods and services we have is a function of the high cost of power, and therefore he's done everything he can from the first day he came to make sure that power is made available to people for commercial and domestic uses. So power lines have been replaced, power infrastructure has been made. You look at the substation at Ededekpan Avenue, you look at what he's doing at Ekum, you look at the second license he's gotten for Udom Power, you look at all of those things. You look at even intra-city power infrastructure, the power lines, the transformers that have been given. He's keen about it, and he says that he wants power for all by 2021.
Specifically, the Udom Emmanuel-led administration has made significant strides as well as instituted operational framework for power generation and injection in Akwa Ibom State through the construction of injection and substations in many parts of the state. Although he inherited the Ibom Power Company from the previous administrations in the state, Governor Udom Emmanuel has shown greater commitment and willingness to optimize its full potential in line with his vision of transforming Akwa Ibom State into an industrial hub on the West African sub-region.
Ibom Power Company, is very strategic to the success of His Excellency's Udom Emmanuel completion agenda. And then His Excellency himself, came up with Power for All. For me, Power for All is a strategy to ensure that all of the industries that are located in Akwa Ibom State are self-sufficient, in terms of power. With this concerted effort of ring-fencing the power, in Akwa Ibom State, and we give them the confidence that we will be 24/7, producing this 100 to 120 or 120 or 150 megawatts of power. Then you could realize that industries will have the confidence, the citizens will have the confidence. Anybody that had anything to do outside, entrepreneurs, SMEs, is going to just blossom. And this is what His Excellency wants to see before he signs off in 2023.
The Ibom Power Company itself is one of the foremost operational independent power plants in Nigeria today. It is also the first and only independent power producer supplying power to the national grid in Akwa Ibom State. Located in Ikodabasi local government area of the state, where it currently operates its 191 megawatts plant, Ibom Power Plant is recognized as a registered participant in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. It is also licensed by the National Electricity Regulatory Commission to generate power.
That food is to the body what power is to the economy. That's what you call the industrialization. Every industry, cottage industry, small, medium size, scale, and so on, all need power. So the governor knew that without power, there's nothing called industrialization, because machines are all automated, run with power and so on. Even manual ones and so on need something to keep up. We are doing the major inspection right now, which will include the boroscope inspection also. So when we finish this, the plant will be like, is ready and set, for the power for all. It's going to roll out power. That's for the people of Akwa Ibom State.
Under Governor Udom Emmanuel, Ibom Power Company, and indeed the power sector as a whole, has recorded remarkable strides. For instance, in 2017, the company was awarded Africa's most innovative quality power generation service provider at the Africa Quality Awards. Since he took over the mantle of leadership in 2015, Governor Udom Emmanuel has demonstrated unflinching commitment and insatiable quest to ensure stable power supply and attract investors to the state. Even before the unbundling of the power sector by the federal government, the governor had taken the proactive step of building the super infrastructure for electricity transmission and distribution in the state. impressed by the bold and giant steps so far taken by Governor Emmanuel in the sector, the then Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, in March 2018, described Akwa Ibom State as the power state of Nigeria.
Industrialization is a process, and one of those processes is the infrastructure we put on ground. I thank you, the Honorable Minister, for actually acknowledging today that this is the #1 power state in this country. And I want to reassure you that we will be the first state in Nigeria that will achieve electricity 24/7.
Let me, on behalf of the federal government, also thank you and the government and people of Akwa Ibom for your untiring efforts towards helping to improve the economy of the state and by extension the country. This is the way really to grow the economy and create prosperity and opportunities for our people.
In his avowed commitment to ensure steady power supply to Uyo, the state capital, and its environs, the Udom Emmanuel's led administration has built a modern 2x15 MVA 3311 in Uyo. The administration has also constructed a 132 33 kV 1x60 MVA transmission substation in Ekum in Barenin local government area. The Ekum substation was commissioned by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, during which the Power for All initiative by December 2021 was launched.
By 2021, end of 2021, we would have launched fully Power for All, where every single village in this state must have light, minimum 21, on the average 21 hours.
It's a very special pleasure and a privilege to formally commission this 132/33 kV substation for the benefit of the people of this local government of Akwa Ibom State and for several other local governments, and to the very important.
The effort of the governor for bringing this station to this place and making it a reality. Actually, this station feeds 5 local governments out of the state.
Since the commissioning of this substation, we are happy because we have light now.
Apart from the newly commissioned 2x15 MVA substation at 4 lanes Uyo, which has considerably improved the quality and steady power supply to Osongoma, Ewet Housing Extension, Wangiba, Shelter Afrique, 4-lane and the Le Meridien Ibom Hotel at 240 volts. There is 2x15 MVA at the Victor Attar International Airport, similar to the one at 4 lanes. A 2x15 MVA on IBB Avenue and Oron Road. A 1x2.5 MVA transformer at the Tropicana Complex, and a 33 kV dedicated line from Ekum to Onna Industrial Hub, with ongoing plans for another 2x15 MVA around the Stadium Road, Uyo.
Most important, we've seen that today Victor Attar International Airport has become a hub in terms of infrastructural development in Akwa Ibom State, and we've seen major developments like the international terminal building and the completion of the maintenance, repair and overhaul facility. But it is important that the 2x15 MVA injection power substation as we have now will be very useful because already the International Civil Aviation Organization and the regulatory agencies require that we have both primary and secondary power in the airport. This would be important because it will help us to have, number one, reliable power, and a power that is would be available for us to be able to have effective and efficient airport operations. So this is very critical to us.
The Akwa Ibom State governments have built a substation here in Ibom Tropicana Entertainment Center. It houses a 2.5 MVA transformer. Initially, there was no power here, as in it wasn't linked to the national grid, the center here. But with the help of the state government, by the leadership of His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Udom Emmanuel, through the power sector, a substation was constructed here where we are currently. By the special grace of God, it has been linked to the national grid, and there's power here for the business here.
You can see the difference from 2015, May 29, when he took over the administration of the state. In terms of power, 4-lane substation was completed in 2017. A substation, that is the 13233 1x60 MVA substation, that's supposed to be built by GCA, was taken over by state government. And by last year, Saturday 21st October, the VP came to commission, and he also unveiled the plans for the power for all the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State by latest 31st December 2021.
In addition to these gigantic investments, the Udom Emmanuel-led administration has also made other bold and proactive initiatives targeted at improving the power situation in the fast-growing state. These include the installation of 1x60 MVA, 132 by 33 in Afaube, Itam, acquisition of 1x30 MVA transformer for communities in Ikodabasi, secured license for generation of 685 megawatt at Ibom Power Plant, Ikodabasi, rehabilitation of PHED facilities at Etemekbo, Mparinin, Ikodepene, and Ikodabasiekbo, as well as the extension of public power supply through dedicated line to 4 Point by Sheraton Hotel Complex, Ikodepene, and the launch of Power for All by December 2021 initiative.
Is there, when you hear the former Minister of Power, His Excellency Fashola, came in to say Udom Emmanuel is the best governor when it comes to power infrastructure development. The Vice President came up to have the groundbreaking of the Power for All. So having put these milestones, together, you realize that the spread of what His Excellency has done over the years is actually moving towards this direction of power actualization for everybody. For example, when Akwa Ibom State was created, there was only one substation. Today we have about 3 substations, being created by His Excellency Udom Emmanuel. It's a milestone that everybody in the state is appreciating.
Additionally, over 50 electricity intervention projects have been executed across the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State. Several high-tension and low-tension networks have also been constructed, with relief transformers installed across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. Several communities that hitherto were never connected to the grid have now been connected and are enjoying steady power supply.
So they're trying to link up every part of the state, and so far we have issued 186 number of transformers from power sector, while rural electrification has issued 214 and interministerial 50, giving you 400 and something transformers. That is from the state government.
There is no doubt that Governor Udom Emmanuel is a game changer who has demonstrated dexterity and tenacity in changing the economic fortunes of Akwa Ibom State for the better. His ingenuity in upgrading and stabilizing the electricity power architecture in the state is also worthy of commendation.
I want to really commend the governor on his effort of putting things in order in Akwa Ibom State. Let me draw attention to the power sector. Since I came into Shelter Africa precisely a year ago, I want to say that power situation in Shelter Africa here, at least we've been enjoying enormous light at least for 16-18 hours every day. Hitherto it was not like this. So the governor has really tried in this regard, and I pray God to give him effort, to give him powers, to give him the necessary funds to take Akwa Ibom State to the next level.
His Excellency has done wonderfully well in transforming the power sector. Now in my area, I think we have about 15 to 18 hours, light in my area. So I believe this has been a success story. Governor Emmanuel, well done. Thank you and God bless you.
I must commend him. He has really tried, because light is one of the essential needs we need to survive, even as a person, as a country. Most of us are self-employed. We need this light to do our business, if our business to function properly. So without this light, everybody will be broke.
It takes so much to generate private power to the extent of public power, to the extent that the quality of public power supply can afford. So when you look at it that way, and you look at the cost saving capacity, you look at business efficiency, you look at the fact that public power is security. If you live in an estate where everyone has a generating set and all of them switch it on at night, people can even shoot a gun and you won't hear. So public power supply is part of security. Now when these people on their generating sets, who powers the generating set? That will take care of the street lights. So but when there is public power supply, not just for private homes, it also becomes security to ensure that the public street lights and utility are powered. And immediately there is light, crime happens in the midst of darkness. So security, cost saving, business efficiency, convenience, those are few of the many benefits that the ordinary citizens have had from His Excellency's power drive.
It is expected that given the huge investment and turnaround made by the governor in the sector, his vision of transforming Akwa Ibom State as the new destination for industrialization in Nigeria will soon be realized.
When you see the state governor developing substations, is to be able to help the power to get to the people. The ones that had gone bad because of expansion of communities and all of that. So over the period, you need new infrastructure aside from repairs of the former ones. So the infrastructure that he has put in place is going to help us, or has been helping us, but it's going to help us a lot more when we come together for the Power for All initiative that he is bringing to bear.
What has been done so far is to collaborate with the current distribution agency, PHEDC, to ensure that they do whatever it takes to make electricity available to end users in Akwa Ibom State. Currently, incidentally, the system, the way it works between the generation, transmission, and distribution sub-sectors is that power is generated in Akwa Ibom, fed into the national grid, and then sent back. A percentage of it is sent back to end users in Akwa Ibom State.
Well, when you look at the power structure of the country, you see that there are some parts of power that are on the concurrent list, there are some that are on the exclusive list, and that's a matter of law. And the problem in the power sector is not just Akwa Ibom, it's affecting everyone. So we're generating, GenCos are generating, distribution companies are there, and we are generating a lot more than the off-taking can carry. And that's why His Excellency is pushing and advocating for a complete deregulation of the power sector. The competition which monopoly abhors is absent. So, but if there is competition, for example, today, you choose any mobile phone, and there was a time where, still on that scene, you could port to any mobile network. So when you introduce competition, remember it took competition for us to understand that SIM cards should not cost a fee.
When we talk of power for all, there will be a robust network in Akwa Ibom to supply power to everywhere, to make sure that the 2,274 gazetted villages in Akwa Ibom will be linked to national grid.
We also have proactively called in specialists in renewable energy. The world is moving towards renewable energy. Renewable energy is not only environment friendly, it's also cheap. Collaborating with international entities to see how Akwa Ibom State can benefit from these many programs that are available.
Truly, better days are here for the fast-growing and peaceful state under Governor Udom Emmanuel.
The completion agenda of Governor Udom Emmanuel in the healthcare sector of Akwa Ibom State. Provision of modern public hospitals equipped with state-of-the-art facilities in the state. Employment of the finest medical specialists to ensure efficiency in the healthcare sector. The manufacturing of healthcare consumables in the state is a reality. Governor Udom Emmanuel making the healthcare sector in Akwa Ibom State work again for the people. Powered by the Ministry of Information and Strategy, Akwa Ibom State.